If you're culturally disconnected from where you are posted to, you will not relate properly, or you will not network properly with the locals. You will despise their resources. If you show somebody without an education, if you show them an opportunity, probably there's a limitation to how much they can, maximize that opportunity. Unlike somebody that has seen a lot from where they are coming from and see that same opportunity, they might see like 50 things that they can do with this same opportunity. Maybe that is not what they need where you are posted into. Maybe probably some form of some agriculture business that can really thrive, or that is what they do, or maybe some local real estate kind of thing that they do in that particular community that probably you've not seen from where you are coming from. And that period is when you should plug yourself into it and quickly take advantage, because there are several updates of even how to live the best life in that particular community, that it is people that have been living there for a long time that can tell you. The first mistake you would do is to try to balance it together. Oh, you are coming from, let's say, Lagos or Abuja, and you are looking at the community beside each other. It does not match, but because that is, you are not living in Abuja, you are living in a different community. So soak yourself in, see what they have, and in a way, see how you can turn it, that particular opportunity, that particular resources that you see on ground. How can I change it? How can I do it on a bigger life? The barrier just exists in your mind. As much as this is a language you don't understand, there is a way to even still communicate with people in that particular region, the way they will still understand you. It's just 1 year. There is no point of making full-time commitment. And meanwhile, you don't know that 1 year can actually change the trajectory of your life. It's very important that you don't see your service here as a waste of time. It is not waste of time. It is not just that you want to pass time and quickly finish 1 year and then you go to the real world. That is the real world. Hello everybody, this is Akinolamide from Witstart, and here I have 6 reasons why corpers don't maximize their NYSC periods, and also they don't make more than their monthly allowance in a month. 1, cultural disconnect. Many corp members really, they cling to the community that they are coming from, so they don't quickly or maybe eventually adapt to the new community that they find themselves in. So let's say, for example, somebody coming from Lagos and is posted to Jigawa State. In a way, they are going to struggle with the identity, with the the new environment, with almost everything, and in a way, even with the culture. And in a way, they tend to live the Lagos life in Jigawa State, and eventually it does not work. So they lose out on opportunities, they lose out of even seeing how things run around, or seeing even the market need, or the things that are thriving in their environment. And meanwhile, consequently, living the Lagos life in Jigawa State makes you think that everything that you brought from where you're coming from is going to work. So that cultural disconnection really is the first point of why people don't maximize that period, or they don't earn more than their allowance. So a lot of people just come in from wherever they are coming in from, and they just live life like they are still connected to where they are coming from. I mean, the lifestyle, the trend, the update, everything still looks like they are living from their home state, which is not supposed to be. You are meant to live in the community, in your host community that you are posted into. You are meant to live there. You are meant to see the opportunities around. You are meant to discern the needs, the business opportunities that reside in the environment that you are in. Let's say, for example, you're coming from Lagos and you're posted to Jigawa State. There are some maybe high fashion, the kind of excellence that you experience in the kind of businesses that run in Lagos, or what you've been accustomed to. Maybe that is not what they need where you are posted into. Maybe probably some form of some agriculture business that can really thrive, or that is what they do, or maybe some local real estate kind of thing that they do in that particular community that probably you've not seen from where you are coming from. And that period is when you should plug yourself into it and quickly take advantage of that thing that they do. But if you are culturally disconnected, if you are not even part of them, if you don't want to associate with what they do there, if you still want to be living the Lagos life, for example, in a Jigawa community, you are not going to maximize it. It will just look like you are enduring the place and you are waiting for you to finish your NYSC and just, go back. In fact, some people even do it to the point that they travel every weekend back to their state. Man, you are in for it. What me I believe if you do is that just settle it that you are here for the next 1 year. Then look at it. How best can you maximize this opportunity? The example that I gave of somebody coming from Lagos and entering into Jigawa State might probably ignore, the agriculture landscape, ignore, what's it called? Several things that happen in that community that makes maybe a few of them prosperous. And instead of merging your own, education, your own exposure and experience into how you can, put it into their local business or put it into the skills that are available or that they do on a daily basis, and see how you can, accelerate it and probably even export things back to your home state. You are not looking at that because you are culturally disconnected. So that is the first thing. 2, limited integration with locals. Like the first one that I mentioned, which is about not connecting properly with the culture. Also, if you are not integrating with the locals, it has a way of letting you miss opportunities. So it is important as a corper, once you are posted into a place, you don't disconnect from the people. So a lot of corps members, when they are posted into a state, they more like isolate themselves. You see them, they only interact with maybe their mates or people that they are serving with at that time. Probably some of them even stay in Corpers Lodge. They don't interact with the locals as much as possible. And trust me, it is one of the fastest way of missing opportunity, right? Because there are several updates of even how to live the best life in that particular community. That it is people that have been living there for a long time that can tell you, there is limited amount of things you can know from the orientation that they give to you. When you move closer to the locals, I'm not saying that you do it carelessly, but when you have a form of networking skills, how to build relationship with people that you meet on site, people that have been living in that particular community maybe for like 30 years. Some they were giving birth to and they are currently maybe 60 years old and older. Some of them, they have a lot of updates. Some of them, they have so many things that will even help you live a secure and even prosperous life in that same community. And you might feel like, okay, why are they not living that? And I'm telling you, some of them, probably they feel that they are disadvantaged. Some of them, they have maybe a mindset that does not allow them to progress, in prosperity or something. Some of them, it is just the way it is. And they can give you something that you, with your own experience, with your mindset, with where you are coming from, you can see those opportunities around them. They can give you an insider privilege. They can open doors for you and get you to see things that even, you can do something with it. And what I mean by that is that if you show somebody without an education, if you show them an opportunity, probably there's a limitation to how much they can, maximize that opportunity. Unlike somebody that has seen a lot from where they are coming from and see that same opportunity, they might see like 50 things that they can do with this same opportunity. They will see how they can expand this, how they can expand that. And those things, they come from, first of all, embracing the locals, not seeing them as a different part of what you came to do in the community, and that is one way that you don't maximize your NYSC period. Inability to integrate yourself, inability to connect, to adapt with the locals, inability to build connection, to build relationship with people that you met on site. In a way, it's not going to help you have a smooth journey, one, and number two, it's not going to allow you to maximize your period in that particular place. And number three, is not going to allow you build, whether you are trying to build a skill or you're trying to, start something sustainable, maybe in terms of business. It's not going to allow you if you're not connecting properly with the local people that you meet in the community. 3, underestimating rural opportunities. Well, I think that these things are linked together because first of all, if you're culturally disconnected from where you are posted to, number two is that you will not relate properly or you will not network properly with the locals. And number three is that you will despise their resources. Where you're coming from is different from where you are. And like I always say that a number of corpers or a number of corps members will think that some certain skills can work, or probably maybe your web developer and all that, it can work in the community that you are in. Some of them, they have poor network. Some of them, they don't even have good electricity. And in a way, it's going to frustrate you at that period. And I believe that one thing that has made people live in a particular environment for a long time is ability to maximize the natural resources that abound in that particular community. And one of the beautiful things, or one of the amazing things you can do, is to also connect with what makes them prosperous in that place. You know, as much as there's poverty in every place, there are always some highlights. There are always some people that, you know, they're maximizing the opportunities that are abound in that particular place. And that's why we're moving to this third one. That the third reason why people are not maximizing their NYSC, or they are not making beyond their monthly allowance, is that they underestimate the rural opportunities. Some believe that there is no market in those rural areas. And like I said, the first issue, or the first mistake you would do, is to try to balance it together. Oh, you are coming from, let's say, Lagos or Abuja, and you are looking at the community beside each other. It does not match, because that is, you are not living in Abuja. You are living in a different community. So soak yourself in, see what they have, and in a way, see how you can turn it, that particular opportunity, that particular resources that you see on ground. How can I change it? How can I do it on a bigger light? How can I, you know, connect my education, my experience? How can I put it into it, you know, to advance it? So the third one, like I said, is underestimating the resources, underestimating the opportunities, underestimating everything that they have in that community that has been running the community for a long time. If you underestimate it, you are not going to be maximizing your NYSC period. 4, fear of cultural and environmental barrier. I know a lot of corpers would avoid interacting with locals when they get to where they are posted to, because, you know, the way the random posting system of the NYSC works is that you can be posted where you don't understand the language of the people, and it more like set you on a self-imposed isolation, because you don't even understand their language. And it more like the best way to work in that kind of environment is to withdraw yourself and try to do things on your own, which is also a very wrong move. And it's an issue, and a lot of people, they miss out on opportunity because they feel like there is that barrier. And I feel like the barrier just exists in your mind. As much as this is a language you don't understand, there is a way to even still communicate with people in that particular region the way they will still understand you. Corpers may try to avoid, you know, communicating or even engaging with the locals or with the host community that they are posted to, which affect their productivity in the state that they are posted into. And like I said, it's not a thing. It's not something you should embrace. Try as much as possible to learn, even from the little you can, and try to build relationship. You see, when your heart is open in the community that you are being posted to, it helps you to build connection. Even when you are still trying to learn the language that they are speaking, it helps you to build some form of connection, and it helps you to not be isolated or to be separated from the people that you are sent to at that particular time. So like I said, the fourth reason why people don't maximize their NYSC here is that environmental, or let me say that cultural and environmental barrier, which one of it is, or one of the main one, is language barrier. And it's important that you find the best means, the best way to bridge that gap, at least for the now, so that you'll be able to build relationship, network properly, and also communicate for a long time. 5, short-term mindset, right? I know it's something everybody do. You know, it's just 1 year. There is no point of making full-time commitment. And meanwhile, you don't know that 1 year can actually change the trajectory of your life. I've seen people that 1 year was when they got their, they started their real estate company, you know, on service or on the service ground. Some of them, they built a business. Some of them, they entered into some connection. They built some form of network that drastically changed their life. And trust me, it's one thing that a lot of corpers do, which ruin their experience. It does not make them maximize that 1 year experience. Some of NYSC members should have started some few things while on that journey of NYSC, because that is the only free time they will have after the free times that they've had on campus, you know, during the time they were studying. It's very important that you don't see your service here as a waste of time. It is not waste of time. It is not just that you want to pass time and quickly finish 1 year and then you go to the reward. That is the reward that you are in. And trust me, that 1 year can define so many things for the rest of your life. We've seen people that in that 1 year, they got the idea of a real estate business. In that 1 year, just selling to the locals of the community or the host community that they went in to serve in. That is where they got business ideas. That's where they made connections, did a lot of things. So it's a problem if you're not seeing it that way. If you just see that it's a short-term thing and you are going to set your mind on a short-term stuff, you are not going to maximize it. So imagine you living for 1 year in a community and all you took as an ambassador into that community is what you are getting from the government, just the amount that they are paying you at that particular time. You are not maximizing it. You are not using yourself to the best of what you should use yourself to in that community. Look at yourself. Do you think all that is to you is just what you are doing in that community for just a whole 1 year? All you do is just show up wherever they ask you to show up and you just come back inside. You should be able to see beyond that. It's not just 1 year. 1 year is 12 months and is a lot of time. It's something you can use to build so much treasure. So for some corpers, viewing that service year as temporary, it discourages them from investing in long term, and it just more like encourage them not to do too much, encourage them to just stick to the normal routine and not get more into the community, learn a lot about what they need to do, and even build solid businesses while on that campus. And like I said, a lot of people got a lot of opportunities, entered into a lot of businesses, gain a lot of skills by seeing that 1 year can define a lot of things and can get them to where they are going. The sixth one, it's a thing. A lot of us, we tend to even live frugally and in a way manage our allowance. As much as that management system looks very good, it can be a trap. Some of us are like that. During our NYSC year, it looks like, we and our group, we already planned around our whatever amount that we're getting at this time that we're watching the video. And in a way, it's not making you maximize your NYSC year. So you feel like I can always walk around this amount. And even if if they had to reduce it, you will still walk around it, which is not good. So it's a mindset. It's one thing that makes people stick to what primarily brought them there, and that's all they do. Makes them not do any other thing, makes them not even see opportunities. So there's no point, because I can always maximize this thing, I can always use it. And like I said, as much as it is still good, it's a good character, it's a good quality, but it can be a trap. In fact, it's a trap of not getting to pursue some other side hustles and not doing something. So what I want to encourage is that I know you are getting it, I know you are very frugal with your spending, but let's jump into that discomfort zone. Look more, that there should be more to what you are doing here. You can earn way more than, you can even earn double of the amount that they are paying you. So that will set you on the pace to start researching, to start knowing what works in the environment that you are in, to start putting yourself under some healthy pressure, to start seeing how you can get better at what you do and how you can get the best resources out, and how you can use the resources that you even have in the environment or in the community that you are in to do the best that you can do at that particular time. I want to believe that this video has helped you so much, and I want to know what you think about the problems that I've mentioned. I've only mentioned 6, and you might think that there are some, or there are a lot of other issues that you personally, probably you're an ex-corper, and you know that a lot of corpers outside there, these are the issues that they are facing that is not making them earn beyond their allowance or even maximize their NYSC period. You can just write it in the comment section and let's have a conversation about it. And also, I have a few other solutions that you can take, as a current corper or a serving corper or someone going into NYSC. And that particular solution is in the next video that I want you to watch. And please try to watch this video, like the video, subscribe to this particular channel, and turn on your notification button. Thank you.